That's a result, probably. He's having another crack at the 150. This time he moves to the 18s and gets it. Cannot follow it up with a double.
Well, we saw Super Mario this afternoon. There's little Luigi. Mario van den Behaarde, who got a victory as well.
77. Can you require 18?
Straight at it. Yep, and straight in it. It's the first breaker throw, and it goes to the two-time finalist here in Riesa. Started this leg with 5 perfect darts, Lee Evans. And unless these 3 are perfect, he might lose it.
$134. Can you require 111?
But he's sitting on a double.
Just a little short. Does leave himself on double 12, but Lee Evans is already there to break straight back.
Big moments, big darts. Evans does indeed get that break back and will throw for 3-3.
Sorts of players, they help play their part back in the day as well.
Mark Webster's got a great Euro Tour story about playing Andre Belger. Must ask him about that.
Does it end well?
Well, not for Mark. This might end well for Evans, though. 180 to go with a 177 in the previous leg. And
okay, that's all right.
Fine, absolutely fine, Lee. Beautiful. 3-3 in the blink of an eye. The winner of this match taking on Jose de Sousa. Third game in the afternoon session tomorrow.
Yeah, man clinging on to his spot in the seeded positions. But look at him go. Lee Evans with a 4th maximum of the match.
Yeah, and he had a 177, didn't he?
Yeah.
46. You require 96.
Tim's already planning for the last leg decider. When will we see it? Well, very soon, actually. That's an 11 darter.
Yeah, the last leg comes after the best leg. Oh, what a finish. What a way it would be.
I'm not sure that's enough, Kim.
170.
Because even if this doesn't go, if he takes a chunk out of it, he's looking good.
Where does he go? Went for the ball.
105.
And he is looking good. Kim Huybrechts, having led this match throughout, may have to hit this and isn't going to.
And it means that Lee Evans should get at least 1 match dart. 25 is there. 2 match darts. Double top to beat the 2-time finalist. And Lee Evans takes out Huybrechts. That is a stunning display.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. And maybe we are seeing yet another proper prospect for German darts. He's got a chance here for another break and a 4-1 lead.
86.
He cleaned up 76 in 2 darts in the previous leg. He'll need the 3 here. Tops for 4-1. This is some display so far from Nico Springer. That's a double break. 4-1 he leads Scott Williams with an average of 103, and he's in a commanding position 2 legs away from a crack at Dimitri van den Berg. Oh, Scott Williams is now averaging more than Nico Springer and has a chance to claw one of those breaks back here. Tops.
52.
Decided against it. Just had a little look behind him there. Williams, not sure if he's just becoming aware of the impatience of Nico 84. To get to the hockey.
Scott, you require 48.
We'll keep an eye on that.
For the double.
Game shot in the
good
6th leg.
Response from Scott Williams, an immediate break back.
And probably a leg he had to win, wasn't it, Mark?
Yeah, your opponent gets to 5 and you've run out of margin for error, haven't you? Well, something he's got in his armor, hasn't he? He can battle away, because normally he just likes to be the entertainer, but sometimes you just got to get on with it, Chris, and credit to Scott Williams, he's done it here. But, whoa! What about that from Nico Springer?
Excellent Arrows Entertainment on the Euro Tour.
Nico, you require.
And Nico Springer is sending this crowd wild.
Game shot in the 8 leg.
That was incredible. Not just the 81, the 180 before as well. What an entertaining match this has been.
And Ross Smith, European champion last year. Raymond van Barneveld, 5-time world champion. But never mind waiting for 180. We've had plenty of them in this match.
So 3 in the last 3 legs, Nico Springer. But this one's key, because if he wins this one, he's in to round 2. Good last start from Williams, but not enough. Springer with time.
57.
Just a little bit of light for Williams.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Depending on how he sets up.
95.
Needed that last one, but this is to complete a fine performance from Nico Springer. 64 for the place in round 2.
But he's going to have a moment. He's going to give himself a talking to. Hadn't done that all match. You just wonder why Springer slowed himself down there.
How important was that last treble from Scott Williams? He doesn't get one, to more opportunities for Nico Springer. He's missed 2 already, and he's taking his time again here. Chris made the point. He hasn't done it all match. He's doing it here. And
oh, Watergate as well here. That's mine, says Scott Williams, just before Springer's going for double for the match. Well, that can't help. No doubt about what they want to happen here. Will they get what they want? They will. Success for Springer to defeat Scott Williams. A bizarre end to the bout.
I do think Rids is one of the most watchable darts players in the world. It's almost hypnotic watching him just twiddle the darts around and fire them in at double quick time into the treble.
140.
He's under pressure again here, Callum Rids. Good guide though. Can't find it. So what an opportunity for Mike De Decker here. 3 consecutive legs and a 3-1 lead. It is double 12. Will come down a bit. And does come down. Still no real show of emotion for Mike De Decker, but that's a really good leg. Best leg of the match, 12 darter.
We've seen it's the best version of Mike De Decker around.
I mean, he'll hope he'll follow the pattern of a Dirk van Dijvenbode and a Martin Schindler, who had to take a couple of steps back to take those strides forward. Both lost their tour cards, and arguably now Dirk is the biggest 180 hitter in PDC. Schindler's inside the top 32. De Decker headed in the right direction. Sometimes just a few backward steps just to reassess can help, and it certainly helped Mike De Decker.
This would help Mike De Decker. Well, he didn't move, and I was surprised after that second dart. He thought there was a pathway through, but it looked a pretty narrow path to negotiate.
No lasting damage. And that dart could have deflected anyway. It could have caught the flight, gone into a 1. Thankfully, it felt the ball for Mike De Decker. And he pins that tops 5-2. And Callum Rids is just getting more and more wound up on that stage. And it's a good cushion for De Decker. Well, 60 points. You'd expect him to pile a few more on here than he is doing. Brilliant stuff from the Belgian. Brilliant from Mike De Decker.
De Decker bringing the heavy artillery. That 180 hitting, which we said he's got in his locker. Back-to-back maximums.
And so much time.
Oh,
We may just get it done here. 12 dart leg potentially to book his place in round 2, but he'll be back. And this will be a really quick visit from Rids. Won't hang around, but more match darts for Mike De Decker.
well, a barrage of 7 darts into the treble 20 in succession from Mike De Decker in this leg to close it out. But can he pin the double? Yes, he can. Mike De Decker sees off Callum Rids, the late replacement. Some of the stuff he was playing was magnificent. He's probably playing better last year than he is this year. It's just this year he's won a big title. And it's perhaps as good an indication of you need a bit of luck. And you need a lot of talent, and he's got that, and he's also got a big golden thumb that he's just shown us all.
Well, it might go from thumbs up to thumbs down if Gurney can complete this finish.
41. And you require
For the maximum, put Gilding in the picture.
That's good. So's that. Nice little 2-dart kill. Well, in fact, it's 280 points cleared in 5 darts from Andrew Gilding. That's right, storming off stage in a real mood. Went up for his practice darts today and said, oh, that's a lot better. It is exactly the same stage as we had last time.
I've had this chat with various former players and pundits.
16.
They do say sometimes it can feel different, but many of them have actually gone to the extent of getting the tape measure out and
lasers and all sorts.
Yeah, prove themselves wrong. Gilding may get this right. Double 18.
98.
Well, still in decent position, you would think. This is a tricky old finish, starting on the bullseye.
What a guide. What a guide. What a shot for Darryl Gurney. Yeah, it could be really significant, that. Slevin looks a real talent. We know Luke Littler. I think we can justifiably get excited about Luke Littler, but just temper it a little bit. Might have to wait till he's Andrew Gilding's age to hit his peak. In which case, we'll all have hoverboards and teleportation machines.
Yeah, and darts commentary will be done by artificial intelligence.
Well, that may be coming sooner than you think, depending on what comes out this weekend. Double top again for Gilding. He is 4 out of 5 on the doubles. Just a little vulnerability, and there haven't been many. Just to illustrate how brilliant he's been at the back end of legs, his first 9 average is 99. That's 4 or 5 points less than his overall average. And we are in the 9th leg here. Is it going to be more brilliance at the back end of a leg from Andrew Gilding here? Maybe not.
40. Only 160.
Could he be faltering?
Well, unless it's the ultimate brilliant ending from Gilding, but it would first rely on Darryl Gurney not taking this out, which he might. Double 18.
Gives to the 9th leg, Darryl Gurney.
Well, it is a favoured double of his in recent times, Darryl Gurney. Doesn't necessarily mean he's that successful on it, but he was there.
I mentioned he was winning a Euro Tour event 4 years ago today. He was playing in the Premier League in Belfast 5 years ago today.
28. And you require 1.
A sarcastic round of applause for himself, and it might be heralding his exit from the International Darts Open.
Yeah, if that was his homecoming, this may be him going home.
86.
And it won't be completed on double top, but double 12 would do the job for Goldfinger to record a 5th win in 7 meetings with the 2-time major champion Darryl Gurney, who's Robin Hooded himself and denied himself another 60 points to apply more pressure.
Well, that looks very usable.
Game shot.
And Andrew Gilding grabs glory over Gurney.
Played in both the European tours that have been this year, Florian Hempel, courtesy not just of his ranking, he owes a bit of gratitude to Martin Schindler, who's in the seed, so that bumped him up, so he qualifies as the top 2 host nation, along with Gabriel Clemens, who's on later on against Simon Whitlock. He lost first game in the Baltic Sea, Open at the beginning of the year.
96.
The Vingstra lost to Wade last week.
84.
And now he still needs a treble, and the conversation continues. Very reactive, isn't he? But it's a good reaction.
Game shot in the 3rd leg.
Hempel got himself a decent lead here in this leg. Leads the last one.
There's been a good old contingent from that sort of Suffolk, Norfolk area, hasn't there, in this tournament? Stephen Burton, I believe, hails from Ipswich.
Yeah, Ryan Meikle's still here, a good friend of Stephen Burton's going to cheer on his mate. Ryan Meikle had no such joy this afternoon. He lost out to Brian Roman. The shot this would be the Hempel, 1-2-4. And it's all or nothing really from Florian Hempel. He's won 4 legs, 15 to 12 down to a 23 and a 20.
James require 118.
Again, there's no real pattern of consistency in this game. Good visit, bad dart, good dart.
40. Florian
Bad leg, good leg.
89.
Hempel 89. Well, the crowd tell you that's in treble 19. He's moving around a lot. He's moving around for every dart here.
57.
It makes it tricky.
James requires
Wilson will be kicking himself if he didn't leave this hand here. He was on 181 after 6 darts. 6 more darts later on 78.
He can get himself out of the mess of his own making. But it will just be the 1 dart. Is that a help or a hindrance?
Game shot on the 8th leg.
Proves to be a help in the
James
end.
Wilson.
And again, a
9th
muted
leg,
response from the audience here at the Sashin Arena.
Require 144.
That's a chance. Double 12. Oh, unlucky from Florian Hempel. He's had a 1-2-4 earlier on. That 1-4-4 would have eclipsed it. Opportunity for Wilson.
Probably the first leg of the match where both players have been really good. Which way does it go?
70. Thank you, ladies and gents.
Brushed by the referee, just reminding the crowd that whistling is out of order. And that's not what he ordered.
No, certainly not. He's got to waste a dart. He's still shaking his head. This is big. If he hits, he throws for the match.
12 score.
He may be throwing to stay in the match if Wilson converts this 32.
32.
And for the 3rd consecutive leg for James, reminder he trailed 4-2.
Yeah, still that annoying whistle going on in the background.
24.
Don't know if it affected James Wilson. If it did, how much? Hasn't seemed to react himself, has he? In fairness, he's maintained a steely focus, but has the leg got away?
May get another chance. He may get another chance. Well, what a dart from Florian Hempel. It's an awful switch coming down to double 3. And the crowd expected and he delivered, and he will now throw for the match. But it's the same old story. He's back in the leg. Credit Florian Hempel. It's been a scrappy game. Hempel's just had that little bit more quality at the key moments over James. James won't give in. Does leave a finish. It's a big ask, this, to finish the job.
Wow.
James require
That was an enormous pull, wasn't it?
Oh, he was in danger of pulling it to the treble 18.
He wants the treble 18. Can't locate it.
90.
So after the big miss, can he get the big hits? He does. In the end, Florian Hempel gets over the line. It was a scrappy showdown.
170.
A good set-up shot from Parvo here.
I like the throw of Parvo. Little spin of the dart. See that from Mervyn King. Matt Campbell gives it a little twirl as well. You see it by a few players. He did well this afternoon, Matt Campbell. His
57.
darts, his equipment, he hasn't made his suitcases. Led to believe still lost, but he did well. Found a set of darts, got the job done against Keegan Brown. We'll be seeing plenty of Matt Campbell as well. He's qualified for the next 4 European tours.
51.
Well, Parvo leaves himself 60. Ross Smith has just deviated from his 5-visit leg stuff.
Parvo requires 60.
A chance for the Finn to go back into the lead. Little shuffle across to try and slide over the top of that. Just like that. Planned and executed to perfection. Look at it. Look at it. Ross Smith with 180 number 3 in this match. simple, elegant, repeatable action. Oh, but how about that from Parvo with a brilliant visit of his own.
Brilliant from Parvo. And now Smith has got to go over to the 15s. It's bullseye. He's really unlucky there. But credit to Parvo with that setup shot. The 177 gives him a chance to lead again here.
Oh, it's too many. Drags it into the double 14. This is going to be the first time in the match that Parvo Myler has had darts at double and doesn't come away with the leg. Double 16 for the European champion to lead for the first time in the game.
15.
Cannot take that opportunity.
Require 36.
Another opportunity here for Myler. Again, switching over to double 9. He drifted into the double 14 on the previous visit, nowhere near the double 14 this occasion, 18. But cannot get the double 9. It's a key leg in the match, you feel. Will Smith claim it? A couple missed at double, well, make that 4 missed at double 16 now. Make that 5.
Parvo, you require 18.
Couldn't make the adjustment. And the Finn on his Euro Tour debut to regain the lead against the European champion. Double 9, that's not close. That one was close.
Ross, you require 32.
Well, Ross can't keep the smile off his face. He was not expecting another chance.
More opportunities for Ross Smith. Move in front for the first time in the match. Going on here, and he does squeeze it through a 24 dart leg, but a key leg.
Oh, might be another.
Because he
just follows, doesn't he? Follows. He follows over and over and over again.
You called it, Dan. You expected. And Ross Smith has faced some challenges in this match, but seems to be edging towards the finishing line. To finish in style, an 11 dart leg, potentially. Gone now, but he does find the adjustment to treble 10, up to double 18, and does finish in style, and made a good account of himself on debut. Parvo Myler can be proud of himself.
36.
Was in charge of this leg. Now,
40.
Not a good visit from Stephen Burton.
This would be a good visit.
98. Stephen require 96.
And all of a sudden, this leg hangs in the balance. Maybe not.
Yeah,
no, it doesn't.
On the first leg,
very, very neatly done.
Second leg.
And Stephen Burton, who isn't, it just looks like he is when he throws his darts.
130.
We'll see Barney utilise that kind of shot quite often. Where the 25 leaves a better finish than the 20.
And on the second leg, Raymond Van Bommel.
Well, a couple of really nice, satisfying finishes to kick this game off, haven't we? Stephen Burton with the 96 to break the throw, and Raymond van Barneveld breaking right back with a 2 darts 71.
And it means he really takes control of the leg.
Raymond van Barneveld is so good at darts, and that is a perfect visit. Following the 180 with the most magnificent setup shot.
437, Raymond 32.
This would be the leg of the day. Couldn't do the 10 nor the 11.
28.
The dozen, well, after such a sublime setup in the previous 6 darts, Barney will be really annoyed, really relieved. Oh, they were good darts as well.
4.
They were. Barney given a let off. And build towards the double 2. He can, he does, and he opens up a 2-leg gap. Although you would think if there's 4,000 people in here tomorrow night, They'll want the German to win, but there'll be an awful lot of Raymond van Barneveld fans here. I don't think it's going to be unanimous for Shindy. I may be wrong. We'll see.
Well, Burton better get a move on if he's got designs on even extending this encounter.
Well, yeah, let's not write off Stephen Burton just yet. I was guilty of doing so a moment ago, but it is one-way traffic at the minute.
Maybe now. Write him off.
One-way traffic. 5 legs on the bounce. There he is. Look.
And that one only leaves him an enormous out.
I didn't think he'd go for 2 tops. It looks quite an inviting lie, but he will leave himself on tops for the match unless Stephen Burton can summon this up. He might do it. Oh, I thought he'd stay there. Oh, well, he should have.
Well, we know where RVB is going here. Well, that is a bit of a surprise based on what we've witnessed so far.
16.
Burton may bag a break and indeed extend the encounter at least a little longer.
Needs a 180 just to get level. Well, 3 big trebles would do. Oh, it's the horse! It's the horse for Stephen Burton. 3 big trebles all over the board.
But it's a hat-trick of 2 treble turns from Raymond van Barneveld. 3 140s to get down to 81 after 9 when throwing for the match.
60.
Marvellous.
81.
Going to the 10s. Now, the stats say right shot. Stephen Burton says the stats are right. Fair enough.
Barney has done a lot of things right in this match.
96.
Lots of things right indeed. And he gets that right as well. And Raymond van Barneveld puts on a show.
Will be the first start. There's no need to. Yeah, if he had have gone tops there, it'd have been like a sensible effort, wouldn't it? Not risking going outside, but that's fine. Leaves tops and 3 darts. The levels up at 2 apiece.
Simon Whitlock leaves tops after those 3 darts. 5 now in this match. 4 of them for the Wizard.
Is it going to force the error? It has forced the error. A leg that Clemens looked like he was strolling to. That 180, a 4th in 4 legs for Simon Whitlock. And that is the first breaker throw. Breathing space for the Wizard. Averaging over 105, Simon Whitlock.
Oh, there is a few Simon Whitlock fans in the room. Well, 1. Not that much of a Simon Whitlock fan then.
A key maximum for Simon Whitlock, just get him in control of the leg.
Simon, you require 84.
Missed 4 darts to go 5-1. Get minimum 1. Tops for 5-2. It is 5-2. Brilliant from Whitlock.
Yeah, he will do that as well. It's very unconventional. Not many players would employ that on 84, but it is the Whitlock way.
124.
Pick your way. You start in the 20s, then it'll be over to the 16s or the 8s. They over there. A good leg from Gabriel Clemens. He needed a break. He needs a couple of them, but looks like he's going to get the first of the equation here.
58.
They're going to get louder. Didn't need us to tell you what happened there. The cheer said it all. Maybe a little bit of tension creeping into Simon Whitlock's game. In fact, for the first time in this match, he's actually averaging less than Gabriel Clemens now.
57. Gabriel 124.
Credit Gabriel Clemens. He's made us sterner stuff now. He illustrated that at the World Championships. And again,
92.
having time just to lay up a 1-2-4, and he's done it again. Different way, but same double. And 5 apiece. We could have
57.
a deciding leg here.
32.
It's looked unlikely about 10 minutes ago.
And that's where we are. All eyes fixed firmly on the stage here.
Will he go to the 18s first?
They've both been good, haven't they, during this match? Now the tension seems to be affecting both players.
The fact the players are averaging, Gabe, call it 96, and Simon 91.5, doesn't really do this game justice. It's been better than that, hasn't it? Like you said, rightly said as well, because just the occasion of the last leg decided is getting to them. Big visit from Clemens.
Big ask for Whitlock. So Gabriel Clemens, and he wouldn't have thought it, and well, it's all going wrong for Simon Whitlock. Who would have thought that the German giant would get this opportunity? Takes a moment. Does he take the chance? Yes, he does. A real turnaround there as Gabriel Clemens beats a visibly disappointed Simon Whitlock in a